Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm Amit Prabhu, co-founder of Talent Battle, which is India's best placement preparation platform. I welcome you all to day two of KPIT Sparkle 2021 Innovation Webinar Series in association with Talent Battle. So we have with us Mr. Vishal Pillai sir, who is working as a program manager at KPIT Technologies with 17 years of experience in automotive field. Yesterday, Vishal sir told us about what is KPIT Sparkle, what are the benefits of it to the students. So those who have missed yesterday's session can watch the video on our YouTube channel. Today, sir will guide us about the registration process and idea submission process for KPIT Sparkle 2021. So I again welcome you, sir, and request you to start with the session.
Yeah. Hi, welcome all. What I'll do is I'll share my presentation. Just a second. Yeah, I hope it is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So yesterday, quickly we'll go through what we had talked on yesterday. Actually, we got you introduced to I Innovate and I Can Crack It, and we got some of the brief on benefits of participating, about awards, about incubation opportunities, etc. So today's webinar is basically introducing the theme. It's something about idea submission process and team configurations, feedback from the jury last year, and also introduction to technical readiness level. This is something new to you, and I think you should be knowing more. So this is just an introduction. Tomorrow we'll be having a detail on it. uh, Again, there is a new term called TRIZ, which is being introduced to you today, and will be this is basically a systematic innovation tool, and we will be growing on the same tomorrow. Introduction to value proposition canvas and lean canvas. These are some of the business tools which are required to convey your idea crisply to a person who's evaluating, and we will also be talking on this today as well as tomorrow. So, firstly, team composition. I'll come to team composition. A maximum of 5 members, including the team leader, are allowed to be in the team. Must have a sixth member as a mentor. Should be having expertise in domains required to solve the problem. So we found that this is a criteria that is required, because when people are from some other domains and they are trying to solve a problem in domains which they don't have expertise in, there is a chance that they feel something is innovative, but that is not the case. So to have a realistic approach on your time, basically you're investing time in this. So have people around you who are from the same domain where your innovation belongs. So there should be a technical and a business demarcation in the team. It means that there has to be, in the team itself, there has to be people who would work on the technical part of it, are thorough in it, and there should be at least one person who is from the business part of it. It means that he need not be an MBA or something, but he looks into the business part of it, because it is a customer centric product or service that we are looking at. The teams could be formed from the same or different institutions, so it's not necessary that you form team inside your college. You can have teams outside your college also. There should be adequate representation from all fields for the solution. So this is something for the solution. So this is a critical feedback basically given by our mentors, and so not mentors, the jury members. So let's see the theme, since Sparkle was launched in 2015. The theme has always been around mobility and energy for the future. And the reason for this is also because we are as a company able to, you may say, guide you guys, because there's a lot of guidance which we provide. And this guidance comes in these areas basically. So we don't expect you to do something in medical devices or something other than mobility and energy. So if I say there is a requirement that all the ideas be submitted in the under these two verticals of mobility and energy, and there is a lot of things which can be done in here. So basically, if you look at electric vehicles, we are saying something like new motor designs, new motor control techniques, electric motors, efficiency improvement, so thermal management techniques. All these things are something. So here also there is a lot of improvement which is required. The electric vehicle is at its nascent stage right now. It's not yet evolved to a level where the technology is, you may say, there is very few things that people can do. There is a lot of things, scope available over here. Similar is the case of hybrid electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cell for automotive, charging infrastructure for electric vehicles, machine learning and artificial intelligence for automotive, telematics for two and four wheelers, road vehicles, passenger safety, shared mobility, and the latest crisis also gives you a lot of opportunities to innovate in the way people are traveling. So basically, if you look at it, I will be elaborating on the theme tomorrow. So this is just an introduction to what the theme is. Basically, in these areas, in mobility and in energy, we are looking at energy storage technologies, energy generation technologies, hydrogen fuel cell for automotive, renewable energy solutions, and sensor and actuators for automotive. So these are the areas in energy that we are looking at. So definitely, I'll have a word tomorrow on what are these opportunities which are there, so that you can select those opportunities and submit your idea. So this session basically is on how you are going to submit the idea. Of course, there is an elaborate document which is available on this on the website, and you can download the document and understand the process. But this is basically what we from the technical side are looking at. So if you look at registration and completion of profile data is required for all the team members. The team leader selects the category and starts the idea submission. The first, you may come across some MCQs. These are basically TRL levels. TRL means technical readiness level. I will be elaborating more on this in this webinar. So you need to divide the team into technology and business.
Sir,
that is one part of it.
just one request actually. Can you, if you, full screen is not possible, can you just increase the zoom over there?
Yeah, fine. I can increase it. So is it visible now?
Yes, yes. Yeah, this is fine, I think.
So I'll keep it at, yeah, maybe, okay.
Yeah,
This is good.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Thank
So
you.
basically, if you look at it, the requirement is you need to have a division in the team about technical and business people. So the reason being, the first thing that the team does in case of a technical thing is basically it would look into. So the business team basically collects information on voice of customer and clears the unique value proposition. Now, when we say what is this voice of customer, I will elaborate on this today itself. Basically, technical team finds the technical contradiction to solve the problem. Now, this is again a new term for you, technical contradiction, and it is used in context with the TRIZ, which is a part of today's talk. We will be giving some introduction on TRIZ, which is a systematic tool for innovation. And then the technical team finds an inventive solution in it. There needs to be a simulation submitted. Simulation are basically, which you may say, software driven simulations are software driven solutions, iterations that you do, basically to give enough confidence that you are doing something which is not available. So basically the technical team will first go into a simulation mode. They will do a simulation on software first to identify, to understand what difference is it making from the original system, then publish the result in a small PDF, a comparison to understand what new you are trying to propose. So this is what the technical team does. In the meanwhile, parallelly, there is a lean canvas submission which is expected for selection to the top 100. This is done by the business team. Now, what is the business team doing over here? Is basically looking into are you creating a product which is going to be usable by a person? Does he really require it? So the business team is basically capturing the voice of the customer. What is the voice of the customer? Basically, it is trying to capture the value proposition that your product brings to the table for a customer to buy the product. So whatever you are going to do in this program, basically you are going to see to it that you don't waste your time on products which you think are important for the society. Instead, you need to find what solutions are the society wanting to have. It is not your MVP. Again, I'm repeating this. It is not your MVP that is important. It is the MVP of the customer that is important. And this needs to be very, you may say, crisply collated by some tools which we'll be explaining in further in the process. So you need to submit. So the next stage is where you submit a photo or a video, a 3-minute video of your prototype. Now the reason why we want to have that thing is because that gives us a kind of a trigger that this team is doing something at a level, at a scale which is a full scale prototype. And as soon as we get the trigger, as soon as we get a photo or a video of your prototype, and the two things which I told you, that is about the lean canvas and the simulation results, based on these three things, we are able to guide you to the top 100. Basically, the top 100 teams would be, you may say, we want to select the top 100 teams before the end of September. So this date is very important. Before the end of September, we are going to select the top 100 teams who are going to be given proper guidance by KPIT. So we will be working with the top 100 teams to see to it that these 100 teams compete for the selection of top 30. Now these 100 teams, these top 100 teams basically are going to get a lot of, you may say, coaching in terms of webinars, in terms of expert talks, in terms of even one-to-one guidance from KPIT, because I will be forefront of the team who would connect with you for all technical details. So you don't need to worry. Once you are in the top 100, you are actually going to be getting a lot of guidance on how you can create a differentiator in the market, basically. So this is very important, this stage. And once you are in the top 30, basically you will be able to then go on and show your prototype. So usually it happens that the top 30 teams are asked to come to Pune and do a full working prototype demonstration to the jury members who are an international panel of so it's not KPIT who selects the awardees. It is people from outside KPIT who would select the awardees. And it is expected that these teams, these top 30 teams, have the technical ability to express their innovation in front of people who are even more advanced. Maybe they have done something better than us at this moment. But there is a requirement that the team should be able to express the innovation clearly in front of the jury members. So there are a lot of feedbacks which have come. So basically I will go into that in detail. So I'll go to the next thing, is feedback from the jury members. Basically, these were the feedbacks which were given. There needs to be technical depth and knowledge in the area of work. All such inventions should be having a provisional patent filed. A provisional patent, I told about the provisional patent, it is not a very huge amount that you have to spend. You can easily file a patent for. And one more very important thing, for having a patent filed, you don't require a product to be made. It can be an idea. It is basically an idea which is getting filed as a patent. It is not the end product. The end product is nowhere in seen when you file the provisional patent. So you need to understand, for filing a patent you need a very good idea which stands out. That is the only requirement. You don't require the final product to be made. You don't require any such proof that you want to give to the patent office that this is done. It's not like that. It is a process that you should be clear. It is the difference that you are doing from what is available in the market should be clear. That is what gives you the patent. The basics of engineering system needs to be clear to all the members of the team. So we found that a lot of people don't speak during the one-to-one interview. Basically, we find that people are only the team leader talks, or maybe the mentor comes and talks. That is not allowed, basically. So the team should be able to show simulations done as iterations to reach final result. This is very important because you have started at a point and you have ended at some other point. The trajectory needs to be shown to the jury member. The simulation should be done on standard softwares. It means that whatever you are taking, whatever software you're taking, I would recommend MATLAB, but that's not just MATLAB. You can there may be different areas, different things. You can still use all of those softwares which are available. But simulation is a must to show that you are doing something different. Simulation is a must. The business case should be clear and concise. This is very important. We are introducing the lean canvas. We have introduced it last year, but then this year we are looking at it even in the early stage, so that your business case should be very crisp. It should convey the unique value proposition for the customer. These were the feedback from the members of the jury and the incubation centers. Now we will introduce you something new, which is called as the technology readiness level. The moment you so if you see what is the best thing happening right now, it is SpaceX or NASA or even ISRO. Now these people have a terminology for how to measure the progress of their projects through technology readiness level. So this is something which has come from the space towards the automotive field. Now the reason why we are using this is because this is common. This framework can be used common for all kinds of research which is happening. So the first TRL level is basically about problem identification, customer discovery, and technology outline. There are some 3 or 4 questions which are asked in this TRL level, and there is a guide which is provided. Basically, there is a guideline which is provided, which each question there is a guide. There is a guidance which is provided, which tells you what should be the right answer, or it's not about question and answers. It is about guiding you to do the thing. When you select one of those buttons, basically you are saying that you have done it. You have to understand that you don't need to fool yourself. Basically, we have seen that a lot of people have started submitting the ideas and started using the buttons without much thought given to what that means. The reason why we are telling you this is because for the next stage, this is just a phase 1 that we are just giving you guidance. But the next stage, where we are going to look into your lean canvas and we are going to look into your customer value proposition, and when we are going to look into your real simulations that you submit, we will be very sure that it becomes clear for us that you really in the race or you are left out. You have not done something. It becomes very clear to us. So the TRL levels are very important. The second TRL level is mainly on concept and application formulation. So basically, if you have a concept to have a solution for a problem, which is a customer problem, and you also have an application formulation done, this is the TRL level which will judge it. And basically, as you are ticking each of those dots, those lines, it's an MCQ. So you need to just tick. You are being giving some grade behind. So basically, you have to look into it that these things are very important. You are going through it, and because there is a guideline which is already provided, you don't need to look into what has to be done. It is already mentioned over there what has to be done. Third TRL level is about benchmarking, prototyping, and validation. As I said, validation is very important. then you show a simulation of an existing product with the new thing that you have done. You actually show the person what is the new innovation that you're bringing. So this is very important. So fourth one is about feeding back the customer feedback incorporation. Basically, this is something customer feedback incorporation and final product and service testing and results are important for you to actually get into the race of top 30. So these are the four TRLs that we expect you do yourself and come to us. We will guide you for the rest of the things. So actually TRL levels go up to TRL level 9, but we are expecting at least this thing to be available to us so that we take a informed decision on what on the status of the project. So guys, you still able to see the screen? Hello?
Yes, sir, it is visible. No problem.
So it's the next slide, right?
Technology readiness level that is going on.
Okay, I'll go to the next slide. Are you able to see the next slide?
No, I think it is still technology readiness level.
Yeah, I think it is got stuck again.
Okay, let us continue, sir, without the screen. Maybe you can view it on your side.
Yeah, maybe. So so what I'm trying to say is that so the next important thing that is required from the next important thing which is required is about understanding what TRL. So I have already explained to you about what TRL level is.
Right.
The next important thing what is required is about understanding about innovation, that is TRIZ. TRIZ is basically you may say a tool which was developed by Genrikh Altshuler. He's a Russian scientist. He was a Russian scientist, and basically he was working in the patent office of Russia. And he had actually developed this tool to identify who can actually like what are the methods by which human creativity comes into picture. So this is one thing that is very important, that we use TRIZ as one of our core you may say concepts, you may say, for identifying innovation. So with this I would also want to say one more thing. You need to download a software which is called TRIZ Crossover QMS, which is available in the website. Basically what you need to do is once you log in and you start submitting the idea, you have a lot of resources over there. The TRIZ software is TRIZ Crossover QMS software is available, and you can actually download that software on your mobile as an app. What this software provides you, basically it provides you 40 principles on how human brain thinks for innovation. It can be applied to any field. It cuts across any field. For example, I will just give you a very short example. An example would be like if I say take the current case of COVID-19. You've seen that there are lockdowns which are happening. So basically, if I say that the lockdown is happening, means basically they are segmenting the sections of the areas where people are basically quarantined. So it means that the principle over here which was used is segmentation. Segmentation is a very important way by which people can actually get you may say you can differentiate the bad sectors and the good sectors, and that is exactly what lockdown means basically, and the gradation of green, orange and red means. So one more very important thing which I wanted to tell you about is the lean canvas. Lean canvas was actually the lean canvas is actually you may say written by or invented by this guy called Ash Moria. Basically he has derived it from the business canvas, but it is a very important tool that we use for guiding the people how to go further. So what is it that you need to do for the next webinar? For the next webinar, you need to have these two tools with you. First is the Triz crossover QMS software, and second thing is about the Lean Stack. So these two softwares basically allow you to to first go into the business part of it, identify the business part of it, and then come back and really go into the value proposition that you are going to give to the customer. Now, tomorrow's webinar will be more on how to use these tools. So I think I've just lost control of the PPT part of it. But then what I would say is that what you should be doing is, so for this tomorrow's webinar, you need to be ready with these two tools with you, so that at least go through them, so that you come to know whenever I give an example or I share something with you, because tomorrow there is a bigger meeting that is planned, and we will be having a bigger session with some examples of how to innovate and a detailing of the theme which will happen tomorrow. So that's all from my end. So I think Amit, hello.
Yes, sir.
So I think I'm still stuck on that PPT slide, right?
Yes. There are some questions from student side actually.
Yes. Tell me.
So the one of the student was asking like there are individuals who are interested to participate but do not have a team. So can
Yes.
those individuals be bought on a platform so that they can form a team among themselves or something like that? Because there were some students who want to do it, but they don't know how to start their team or what exactly should be the procedure.
Okay. So what we can do is, right now you can start as an individual in the idea submission portal.
Okay.
You can so what we are also going to do is that we are going to have these kind of webinars with all the colleges that are asking us for it. So when such a time comes, basically if your college is there and we are knowing that you are from this college, and you are trying to submit an idea, or you are individual but you need to have a team,
Okay.
we can arrange for your team through your college itself.
Okay.
So that is one solution that we can do. Definitely we cannot find you someone from outside the college, because we are only knowing you through Sparkle database that we have.
Okay.
So whatever is information is there, we will be using it for making a team in your college itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question is that whether it is necessary to take a teacher as a mentor, compulsory or professor.
So as I said, professors being mentors are good, but if you have some industry person along with you outside the college, it would be better.
Okay.
I would say it would be better, far better, if you have an industry person with you. But see, the reason why I'm saying let the college also have let the mentor be from your college is because the mentor will see to it that he or she would give you the right guidance to patent your product, because professors have this background of writing papers and all, so they know what is available, what is not available. So it and when you are connected to the college, you can use the college's IPR team to actually find out if really this can be patented or not. It becomes a very good source of your initial trigger to go ahead and patent things.
Okay.
So that's the reason.
Uh,
That's the only reason.
some basic questions like students from other than engineering can also participate, right, in this competition.
So we are saying this contest is open to students from science background, from engineering background, from management background, and design background. So
Okay.
all these students can actually participate in this contest.
Okay. And sir, is there any percentage criteria or something to participate? Because
No, there is no,
right.
absolutely no. So this is the crux. Actually, you have just nailed it. So this is the very important question. Do we have any percentage criteria to participate? No, we don't have any percentage criteria to participate. Anyone can be. We believe anyone can be an innovator. We
Okay.
have seen innovators who are not very. See, we see engineering as hurdles basically.
Right.
Some people like those hurdles, some people like some other hurdles.
Right.
And entrepreneurship is one such other hurdle which an engineer can actually like. So for being an entrepreneur, there is no such criteria. It is only a good idea and something which is useful for someone else.
Okay.
That is the criteria.
Some
Yeah.
students were asking whether there is any financial aid while doing the project in phase one.
So right now, if you look at it, we are connected to more than 20,000 students. So how much aid should we give to each person?
Right.
You could understand if I say that so many people are participating, it means that actually, see, the reason why we don't aid you is because we don't take your IP. You have to be very clear about it.
Okay.
We are not taking your IP. Your IP belongs to you. In fact, last year there was a case where a student was not able to explain because he has not done an IP, and that's the reason why we actually didn't. So he was the most talked about team in the jury meeting, but we could not give him an award because the moment we give him an award, there is a publicity of his idea,
Right.
and then that becomes a prior art.
Okay.
So there is such kind of things which happen. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
So one more question actually from students is like, should the idea be only like a software type solution or a hardware type solution, or is idea just enough? And one more question with respect to that only is like, for the first phase, do they need to just put in the you can say prototype, or they just need to put some abstract?
No, the first phase, see, till last year we had this process of giving a go ahead for prototyping. So
Okay.
this year we are saying that we don't have any such process for go ahead and prototyping. Let everyone prototype it
Okay.
because it is their idea. You cannot actually. So if not KPIT Sparkle, they may try in some other contest and maybe get into some other startup. Become
Right.
a startup at certain point of time. We are no one to actually tell them you are good for prototyping or you are not good for prototyping. So
Okay.
we don't want to judge them at this level. We are saying that you create a prototype. So the entry point is to the top 100 is when you have an idea, you have a simulation which says that this idea is different than all the other available solutions in the market. You
Okay.
say that I have a patent identified and maybe I will at least have a provisional done.
Okay.
Both important thing is you start a prototype. You start working on a prototype. Let it be at any stage right now, but at least there should be a prototype. You should show that there is a working full scale prototype that you are working on. So if it is an idea on a car, it should be a car. It's an idea on a bike, it should be a bike. That
Okay.
kind of a prototype.
Only hardware solutions or software ideas and
It
software
can be
solutions?
software solutions also. So we have a lot of apps also as solutions, but apps are normally seen that the apps have lot of chances where they can be copied.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we say that, right. If
Okay.
you go into resources, you'll find them
Okay.
over there.
Okay.
And then second is about the lean stack. So it's simple. Leanstack.com is the website. Just go in and get the links from there. Basically, it is about creating your own profile and starting your own product.
Okay.
So there are videos which tell you what to fill on that canvas. To understand it, you just need to play the video and understand what needs to be filled. See to it that the canvas is crisp in one page. It should come out in one PDF.
Okay.
So
So
that is what we are expecting. Tomorrow I'll show it more details on it.
okay. So one basic question, like I think this is covered last time, but if idea is unique, but there is no patent, so will KPIT help them to go for the patent?
KPIT at top 100, we have a team which allows us to actually screen all the ideas to understand if really there is something patentable about it.
Okay. Okay.
And if we find that yes, this is patentable, we can tell these people, but this has to be very, very early. You have to tell us before September 30.
Okay.
about the idea, about the product, about the simulation, how you are different, innovation, everything should be very clear. In
Right.
that case, we are able to tell you that, okay, this looks very different. You go ahead and patent it. The
Okay.
patenting process is sent to you through mail. What has
Okay.
to be done? It can even be done sitting in your home at your town.
Right.
It can also be done on the counter. We give you the address where you want to go. You have to fill some forms, which are basic forms. They are not too heavy for you. You just need to put that in some format and give it, and let that name, assignee, an
Right.
inventor, be given to you and your team.
Okay.
That is the criteria. Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow's session will be more about how to generate ideas, right? So can you just give a glimpse about tomorrow's session?
Yeah. For example, I would be talking about some examples like how to apply trees.
Okay.
For example, I will just give you an example right away. You have seen the mouse. Okay. Initially, the mouse used to have a wire.
Right.
Now the mouse is no longer having a wire.
Okay.
So there is a technology shift which has happened over there. There was a consumer who actually told the person or the inventor, you may say, that I cannot take this anywhere else. I cannot use it on rough surfaces or uneven surfaces. These were the consumer's voice of consumer, basically, which was
Mhm.
captured. And there was a unique tool called trimming, which was applied to this mouse so that the wire gets cut off. And basically the technology itself, so if you look at the old mouse, there was a ball inside the mouse
Right.
which used to allow the pointer to go somewhere on
Okay.
the screen. So now it is more of the laser which is there.
Okay.
So that is the difference. So I'll be talking to you more on examples how TRIZ was applied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, sir. So today, before ending, I'll just update the users. This video, whatever we have conducted today, it will be available on our YouTube channel in some time. So you can subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. So whenever we upload that video, you will get an immediate notification. Okay. The links for the two softwares and the link for the PPT, I will put it in the description of that video. Also, some of the students were asking for the link to apply for KPIT Sparkle. I'll put that
Huh.
link also
Yes.
in the description of this video. So maybe after 10 to 15 minutes, you can check back to our channel to get all the links to the softwares and link to apply for KPIT Sparkle. So
Yeah. Yeah.
one more important thing, tomorrow's session will be at 5 p.m. in the evening. Okay. So make sure you
Yes.
join the session and be ready with if you have any doubts based on yesterday's and today's session. So both the videos will be available on our website. If you're not watched or you did not attend yesterday's session, you can just watch that video once again. Okay. So thank
Okay.
you, sir, again for your
Yeah.
valuable time. And we
Thanks,
are
Amit.
waiting for your information for tomorrow's webinar.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just send you across the
Okay.
information. Yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. And thank you all
Yeah.
the viewers.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.